As you may remember, Zainab went on a challenge 2 weeks ago after being told she can eat what she likes, no restrictions. So Zainab, tell us about your experience of the past 2 weeks.
Well, in the beginning I was like, yeah, I can eat anything. So I just went on eating anything and everything that there was, anything that I fancied. It was crazy and a huge relief that I felt no guilt. That was the amazing part. But after about 3 days, I got fed up with eating all that food. I don't know if I was eating because I was hungry or just for the sake of it, but I now know that I got it out of my system. I do know that I'm probably never going to eat like that ever again. Not because it was unhealthy or I felt guilty, but because it made me feel sick and uncomfortable.
Would you say it was a good experience?
It was, in an unexpected kind of way.
Most people, when told that they can have any food and that no food is good or bad, they do tend to go overboard for the first few days and binge. Zainab, you mentioned that when you were eating, you were unsure if you were actually hungry. This is common for people who may binge a lot, have food cravings, and are hungry all the time and never really feel satiated. In this video, we are going to focus on how to honour your hunger by listening to your body with the aim of achieving a level of satiety. Hunger is our body's way of telling us to find food and eat to stay alive. Hunger is a natural response for the need to refuel, or it can also be a response to when we have eaten less than normal. So when you feel hungry, you should eat. Don't ignore it by drinking coffee or water or reaching for snacks such as biscuits or rice cakes. You need to actually eat food to feel satiated. That's why eating regular meals are very important. If you skip meals, eat less than your body needs, such as a handful of nuts or a packet of crisps, instead of eating something substantial, then you're not giving your body the fuel and nourishment it needs to be satisfied. Our appetite is regulated by many hormones such as ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin stimulates appetite and leptin tells us when we're full. We are also programmed to eat 3 times a day to provide our body with fuel and nourishment. During this time you will feel some hunger pangs, such as a feeling of emptiness in your stomach, some gargling, rumbling. You may feel dizzy or have a headache, easily agitated, feel lack of energy and concentration, or even nauseous.
I don't know the last time I felt hungry. Sometimes I eat during break time at school, so I don't think I go that long without food.
Listening to your hunger cues may appear difficult in the beginning, but after a while it does become easier by trying to reconnect with your body and recognize the signs of hunger. So when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? Some people will feel an emptiness in their stomachs, a kind of growling, while others will not, and that all depends on what you ate the night before. So you honour your hunger by eating. If you feel the hunger pangs, you should eat straight away. You should not deny yourself food or feel that you're not hungry enough. As in, you should not wait to be at a ravenous stage to eat. You have permission to eat once you feel hungry. Around 2 to 3 hours later, take a mental note to listen to your body, to ask yourself, do you need to refuel?
What do you mean?
For our body to be nourished and strong, we need to eat regularly, which most cultures have done for many years. Typically, you may start something in the beginning of the day, sometimes something in the middle, and something at the end of the day. The foods we choose to nourish ourselves is our choice. Some of us will choose foods which are familiar to us, the foods we enjoy, foods that are available, or foods cooked by our family. And sometimes this food abundance or the great availability of food can cloud our judgment in listening to the signals from our body and its scale of hunger. So let's look at the hunger and fullness scale. Before you eat, make a conscious note where you are on this hunger and fullness scale. Typically, you may start out on the scale at 3 to 4, where your stomach is rumbling and you want to eat something. At this point, it is encouraged you eat something, satisfying your palate and your body. When you feel you've eaten your full, are feeling comfortable and quite content, and have achieved a feeling of satiety, which is the scale between 5 and 6, you are encouraged to stop eating. This way you will have honoured your hunger and fullness cues. This method of listening to your body for both hunger and fullness will provide your body and mind with the fuel it needs for both nourishment and a feeling of satisfaction.
My mum never lets me get away without cleaning my plate. I tell her I'm not hungry, but she's always saying that there's someone starving somewhere else and that I'm wasting my food.
Offering food is like offering love. It's also a large part of how we socialise, as we all gather around food. So when you decide to finish the meal with some food still on your plate, you may be left to feel awkward or rude by well-meaning family members. To prevent any conflict, you may carry on eating past the stage of feeling satisfied and now becoming uncomfortable. Instead, try to say no politely and tell your parent that you are full, that the food was delicious, but you cannot have any more. Or another way is to show how big your stomach is by making your hand into a fist, or explain the hunger and fullness scale to them.
This hunger scale, should I use it every day?
Yes, every day, for every meal, snack and drink.
So when I'm thinking of eating something, I should think like, how hungry am I? Or am I hungry at all? So if I am hungry, then I should eat. And whilst I'm eating, I should be conscious of my fullness.
That's right.
So instead of dieting, I should listen to my body, be conscious of when I'm hungry and when I'm full.
That's right. This tool of hunger and fullness, along with others, once mastered, can help you overcome food cravings, constantly feeling hungry, never feeling completely satisfied, and binging.
So now I need to learn about the food that will nourish my body.
A few weeks ago, Miss Dietitian, you mentioned that we should be eating dairy foods, but aren't dairy foods fattening?
Thank you for watching. Please like this video and follow Conscious Bites. If you want to watch more videos like this one, then don't forget to subscribe.